Good morning. Today is Friday, July 24th, 2026. You're listening to Cyber FM. I'm your host, Arius Thomas, and this is today's Cybersecurity Report, being brought to you by the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. On today's show, we're breaking down 4 big trending security headlines, and that's 1, attackers turning GitHub's own servers into a global scanning botnet. 2, a China-linked spy operation exposed by its own open server. 3, an Ubuntu flaw where the security fix created the hole. And number 4, a phone call that opened a healthcare giant's front door. Let's begin.
Story number 1. GitHub actions weaponized.
First up, genuinely inventive attacker engineering. Socket researchers found someone compromised a legitimate PHP developer's GitHub repositories and planted 583 malicious workflow files across 10 packages. Here's the clever part. The PHP code was completely clean. The attack lived in the GitHub actions configuration. Push a commit, and a GitHub spins up temporary Ubuntu runners that download a payload and scan the internet for cPanel and WHM servers, exploiting CVE 2026-419-40 to harvest AWS keys, Stripe credentials, SSH materials, and API tokens. The attacker got free, disposable, trusted compute. They never ran a single server.
Story number 2, JadeProx exposed by its own server.
Next, an espionage operation undone by its own hygiene. Group IB found an exposed Alibaba Cloud server that revealed a China-nexus cluster they're tracking as JadeProx, targeting government, healthcare, and education organizations across Asia and Latin America. Inside was a previously undocumented Windows loader called TriBack Loader. The server was offline by the time the research published. There's a lesson here that cuts both ways. Attackers make configuration mistakes too. Threat intelligence often comes not from brilliant detection, but from someone on the other side forgetting to lock a door.
Story number 3, the Ubuntu fix that opened a hole.
Turning to Linux, an uncomfortable one. Researchers disclosed CVE 2026-893-3 in snap confine. This is where an unprivileged local user can escalate to full root on default installations of Ubuntu Desktop 24.04, 25.10, and 26.04. It scores a 7.8. And here's the sting. The flaw was introduced by a security hardening change that accidentally created a race condition. The fix became the vulnerability. For scale, 442 Linux vulnerabilities were published in a 3-day window. If you run Ubuntu desktops, patch, and check your update channel, actually delivered it.
Story number 4, one phone call into Abbott.
Finally, no exploit required. Abbott Laboratories is investigating a breach in its cancer diagnostics business after the Shiny Hunters extortion crew listed it. The entry point, per the attackers, a voice phishing call to employees in mid-June, which compromised a single Microsoft Intra single sign-on account. That one account reportedly opened connected internal systems. The group's claims are large and unverified. Abbott says access was limited to a set of legacy systems. But note the method. No malware, no 0-day. Somebody picked up the phone. And that's all it took. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. Whether you're auditing a build pipeline or moving valuable physical cargo across the NYC, security is everything. The RSSH offers elite, discreet, and fast transport across the Big Apple. When timing and privacy matter, trust the RSSH Delivery Company. And that's a wrap for Cyber FM on July 24th, 2026. Today we've covered 1, compromised GitHub repositories weaponizing actions runners to attack cPanel and WHM servers. Number 2, JadeProx, the China-linked espionage cluster exposed by its own open Alibaba Cloud server. Number 3, CVE 2026-8933, the snap confined flaw giving local users root on default Ubuntu desktops. And number 4, Shiny Hunters breaching Abbott Laboratories through a phishing call and a single SSO account. If you want to go deeper, I've prepared a full deep dive report on each of these stories posted over on my LinkedIn profile. Head there for the technical breakdown, the CVEs, and the fixes. Special thanks once again to our sponsor, the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. I'm your host, Arius Thomas. Stay vigilant, keep your devices updated, and I'll catch you on the next transmission.